Jim, is raw milk actually dangerous? And this is a video idea about raw milk, where essentially there's this big misconception, honestly, where people online, when they hear raw milk or raw dairy, they're like, oh my God, that's just gonna kill you, man. You drink a single sip of raw milk, good luck having stuck on the toilet for 24 days in a row. You're gonna be shitting your brains out, and you're going to soak on the time that you drank that little bit of raw milk. And I want to dispel this myth and tell you guys my own experience of it, because I can tell you that this is definitely not the case. And why I think raw milk is so much fucking better than like regular ass milk. But essentially, raw milk in the US, or pretty much a lot of places in the world, like first world wise, is illegal. And the reason why is because back then in the Industrial Revolution, the people, when they were milking the cows, because raw milk is the original form, it is the pure unfiltered form of milk when it gets milk straight from the cow, put in the bucket. Like, you know, Ed, and Eddie, where there's like the big G, I forgot his name, but he literally has a cow and he milks that shit and he drinks it straight up. I literally forgot his name, but he's stereotypically extremely strong. That kid is drinking raw milk, but people nowadays think that it's very, very bad, and for good reason back then, right? Because a lot of time back then, Industrial Revolution, there wasn't a lot of sanitary precautions. In the food industry especially, there was very, very low sanitation, so there would be like human feces and shit, like intermixed with like meat and shit back then, and that essentially went also into cow milk, where they didn't really clean the cows that well, and in your raw milk that you get from the store there, it's a mix of a little bit of poo-poo and pee-pee from the cow, maybe a little bit of human stuff too, and essentially people get really sick eating the raw milk. But I can assure you that nowadays it's not like that. You know, humans are a lot more sanitary now. We have increased the level of sanitation, I think. But essentially, raw milk, I pretty much looked at it like I think like a year ago, honestly. I was like, okay, I see this guy online. His name was Paul Saladino. He was yapping about the animal-based diet. I was looking for ways to lose weight. I stumbled upon his shorts, and I was like, damn, this guy is a G. He's yapping about this wonderful diet where you can eat so much meat, fruit, and honey and whatnot. And me personally, I have like a altered version of his diet currently, but it's not like exactly like him. I eat a little bit of vegetable here and there because I like it, but it is kind of like his diet. And I can tell you it's fucking wonderful for sure. It's amazing for losing weight and just for overall health and satiety. But he keeps preaching about raw milk. He's telling about the benefits of it, the vitamin K2, the calcium, the protein, the lactase, and the lactose. Like, lactose intolerant people can drink it because raw milk originally has the lactase, which is an enzyme that breaks down the lactose, which is essentially a milk sugar that is in milk naturally, but some people don't have the enzyme to break it down, so they essentially get like a spoiled gut, like a very upset tummy if they drink store milk. So a lot of people, there's this need for lactose-induced, lactose-free milk. But basically raw milk doesn't have that issue because it's not heated, right? Because people, they pasteurize the milk, they cook it essentially in a very, very hot environment, and this milk becomes more sterile. There's no of that bacteria. And yeah, it kills all bacteria, including the good and the bad ones. So the raw milk does have like good bacteria as well. I'm not sure the names of it, but essentially when you drink it, because I've personally been drinking it for many, many months, and I will tell you, not a single fucking time have I had to take a shit, like a very bad one, except one time. And I will tell you, this is the extreme exception. But essentially, I was drinking this wonderful raw milk for most of this time, never had a single fucking problem. And raw milk, in comparison to regular milk, it tastes alive, creamier. It's more full in flavor. It has a grassy undertone. Like each milk, like each raw milk has a terroir, like a terroir, which is like a French word for essentially the unique flavor and palate of the food from where it has grown from. And this is mainly in the wine world, because in wine, all of the sommeliers and whatnot, they describe the wine in different flavors, like, oh, this one is flavored with hints of coffee and cherry, or this other one, a bit of pear, this wonderful muscat with a hint of pear, some white apple. I don't fucking know, dude. Like, these guys are yapping about some shit, and maybe they're actually tasting or whatnot. I feel like some of them are hallucinating the flavors up, But essentially, this terroir, it is in this raw milk as well. And I have drinking raw milk from 2 quants now. The first time was from these people called the Harmony Acres in Virginia, from Philadelphia, and I just drank it straight from there. Philadelphia raw milk's legal, so I can buy it from there, but they ship it to Virginia, so it's like all good. I'm basically buying it from Philadelphia, so that's a legal loophole there. I didn't have to do any of this thing called the herd share, which in Virginia, you need a herd share where essentially you buy a share, like a stock, like in the stock market, you can buy part of the company, you get paid in dividends, but you buy a part of the cow. You essentially own that cow, because in Virginia, you can drink raw milk only if it's from your own cow. So there's that legal loophole where you own the share of the cow and essentially you drink its milk, right? And that's a legal loophole there. I got it for this one recently. I paid like 50 bucks for it. I think it's super worth it. And this one's way better than the last one, I think. This last one, it was a bit more, a little bitter, but it was definitely a different terroir. It was a very interesting flavor, but this one is a lot more sweet, mellow, and full-bodied. There's a bit of grassiness to it. It's fucking wonderful, man. I love this one. But essentially, raw milk is so amazing. Just tastes great. But I'll tell you the story of the one time where I didn't have to take the dump. And it was when I ordered like 2 gallons of raw milk from this place. That was like 20 bucks in total. And essentially, it's hard for me to drink like 2 gallons in the certain time frame. And what's really great about raw milk, though, is that it doesn't spoil. It doesn't turn bad. It just transforms. It transforms into essentially kefir or yogurt if you just leave it out long enough, because there's still that bacteria that ferments the milk sugars in it and turns it into a fizzy drink. But if you don't control that, it gets pretty bad for you. And essentially that's what happened for me, where just 1 gallon of milk I wasn't able to drink, and it was like this plastic jug, and essentially I drank some of it. I went to a friend's house. I was thinking, how can I bring some food for it? I was like, oh, well, I'll just drink my thing of raw milk, because I have like a gag of them where if I'm pouring the milk, it's like this chunky fluid that comes out, because all of the fat from the milk globules rise to the top and essentially collect there. And when you try to pour it out, it pours out all that milk fat and it ends up in a chunky mess. And I just ended up drinking it because I think it's fucking delicious. But essentially this one was a little too bad. And I went there and I was with my friends, and then I drank the whole fucking gallon of milk on the spot on an empty stomach. But I recommend you not to do this. It was very, very, like, this one was a bit more dairy barnyardy flavor and pretty fizzy. I was drinking it in like a wine glass, and on the drive home, I was, all of a sudden when I was at the car, my stomach started rumbling a bit. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is hours after I drank the whole fucking gallon, one go, in a raw, like no food in the stomach. And I was like, holy shit, I gotta go to the toilet. And I tried to do a toot. That shit wasn't a fucking fart. That was pure liquid that came out of my asshole. And I was sitting on the car seat and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go. So I went to the bathroom. It was like, I fucking sprinted that shit. Like, there was probably a world record, Guinness Books of Records. They could probably draft me as an NFL quarterback for the way that I sprinted to the bathroom. But I sat my ass down. I pulled my pants down and I released the Kraken from my fucking underbelly. And I was like, damn, I'm never doing that shit again. My stomach hurt so much, and I will tell you, for the next hour or so, I just have to keep going back to the bathroom because I'm releasing the whole fucking Ganges River down my fucking gullet. And I will tell you that for raw milk, I don't recommend to drink it a month or two past you buying it, because it's still drinkable, sure, but if you like drink it all like me, I did, like after 2 months, because usually with milk, you want to drink it for like 2 weeks. I don't recommend drinking it after 2 fucking months. So I will say, for that, as a precaution, don't drink the raw milk past 2 months. But for most of the time, it's actually pretty good. It's way tastier than regular milk. It's honestly has a bit of fat burning properties in it as well. It's a lot more full fat as well. So for people trying to cut, they should be conscious of it. But I think raw milk is a great bulking food. Like, if you're really into bulking, like for weight gain, you drink like a gallon of raw milk every day, you'll get so fucking strong, bro. Like, put some raw milk with some raw honey or maple syrup, drink that shit every day as your elixir. It tastes like liquefied candy. It's amazing, fucking amazing. And it's so damn good for you. You get all the vitamins and the minerals, the proteins and the fats and the carbohydrates. You'll be so fucking energized and restored for the gym. It's amazing. But since I'm like cutting weight right now, I only drink like a cup or two. But once I start bulking and actually get my reward for it for losing weight for so damn long, I'm fucking drinking so much damn milk, bro. I'm gonna be a big G. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video. Is raw milk actually that dangerous? It's not. From my own experience, I've drank it for many, many months now, and it was the only one time. It was when I drank the raw milk 2 months past its harvest date, and it doesn't spoil. It just turns fizzy, and I don't recommend that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video. It's great. I personally recommend it. I think it's amazing, but you do your own research, of course. I'm not a doctor recommending it, but just my own anecdote. But yeah, I'll see you guys.